You know what we're about to talk about isn't some new discovery. It's actually one of the oldest and most profound teachings there is, something that was shared only with a select few. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on it.
So let me ask you this. What if you could access the very source of all consciousness, not through years and years of practice, but in the time it takes to brew a cup of tea? Just let that idea sink in for a second.
The story of this ritual, well, it goes all the way back to Jesus himself, right before his arrest. It was seen as so powerful, so direct, that it was reserved only for his absolute inner circle.
Now, I want you to pay really close attention to two words right here. Deliberately removed. This isn't something that was just lost to time or forgotten by accident. No, this knowledge was actively hidden.
That's the most obvious question, isn't it? If a tool this transformative exists, why on earth would anyone keep it a secret? Well, the answer is pretty simple, and honestly, it's deeply unsettling.
And here's the core of it. The ritual provides a direct, unmediated line to the divine. It completely removes the need for any institution, any priest, any authority figure between you and the source. And that, right there, is the threat it poses to the powers that be.
Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. How does it work? It's all broken down into 5 distinct phases, and they're perfectly designed to work with the natural cycles of our own consciousness.
That 5-minute time frame, it's not just some random number. Jesus apparently understood that this is the exact amount of time the mind needs to cycle from our normal everyday awareness into a much more expanded state.
So here's how that 5-minute journey plays out. For the first 2 minutes, you gotta expect some pushback. Your mind is gonna throw thoughts, doubts, and all kinds of distractions at you. That's totally normal. But then, by minutes 3 and 4, you'll feel that resistance start to melt away. A kind of quiet opens up. And then, in that final minute, a portal opens. Your consciousness literally tunes in to the right frequency.
All right, these are the 5 steps. Let's walk through them. First up, step 1, rooting. You just start by putting all your awareness on the physical feeling of your heart. Just feel it being there. Then, step 2 is the bridge. You simply watch your breath go in and out, naturally. This is what connects your physical body to, well, everything else. Step 3 is a huge moment. It's recognition. You have this flash of insight that you are not your body. You're not even your thoughts. You are the consciousness that is aware of it all. Then comes step 4, the invitation. This is where you internally, quietly, ask your own divine nature to show itself. You can just think, I'm ready, reveal yourself. And finally, step 5, the opening. You just let go. You drop all expectations and just remain completely open and present.
So what is it that we're actually connecting with? We've used this word monad, so what is that? Let's make sure we're crystal clear on this because it's kinda the whole point.
The monad isn't some god up in the clouds that you pray to. It's the source, the single, unified field that everything comes from. And here's the wild part. It is your own consciousness in its purest form, before all the layers of personality and belief and history got piled on top. It's the real you.
You know, when Jesus said those famous words, he was pointing directly at this. He was telling us that this monad, this so-called kingdom of heaven, isn't a place you go to when you die. It's the very fabric of your own awareness, right here, right now.
Think of it this way. The ritual is like walking into a dark room and opening the curtains. The sun was always out there, shining, but the curtains were blocking it. This practice doesn't create the light. It just removes the stuff that was keeping you from seeing what's always been there. So hearing this, understanding this, it comes with a kind of responsibility. It's not enough to just get it intellectually. It has to be experienced. And that experience, well, it really needs to begin tonight.
And that sense of urgency, it's not just for dramatic effect. There are some very specific, very real reasons why putting this off is the worst thing you can do and why right now is the perfect time to start.
For one, just by taking in this information, your consciousness is already primed. It's in a receptive state. 2, right before you fall asleep, your analytical mind starts to power down. The wall between your waking world and deeper states gets thinner. And 3, acting now is how you break the mind's oldest trick, the endless promise of I'll do it tomorrow. Once you do this ritual, even a single time, a whole cascade of transformations is going to start to unfold in your life. This isn't just a one-off experience. It's the beginning of a massive shift. You'll feel this natural pull to go back to that state of connection, not because you feel like you should, but because your very soul wants to.
Things that used to cause you anxiety, they'll just lose their power over you. You'll start noticing meaningful coincidences pop up everywhere, like reality itself is rearranging around you. And finally, you'll get it. You'll understand, on a gut level, exactly why this direct line to the divine had to be kept under wraps.
Look, the monad isn't far away. It's not reserved for saints or gurus. It's right here, right now. It is 5 minutes away for anyone who is willing to just stop, be present, and remember who they really are. The choice and all the power that comes with it is yours.